right. All right. Shalom, shalom. Just bear with me 1 second. Making sure everything's tawab. Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. Shalom to my brother Yamaika Allah, 144. Yahaba Shemal Shah Barakatah. And Barakatham to you in your household. Aki, shalom, shalom. We'll get started. Just 1 second here. Beautiful, beautiful. Shalom, shalom to my brother Mashak. Yahaba Shemal Shah Barakatah. And Barakatham to you in your household, brother. Shalom, shalom. Yeah, came on the other side of the road just to get some light, so just bear with me 1 second. Just trying to make sure I can get some light here. You see, Jake kind of came out a little later than usual. So, yep, beautiful, beautiful. Shalom, shalom. I am a Hebrew Israelite, and I come out week in and week out to prophesy against Babylon the Great. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise and glory to my power. And honors be to the apostles and elders of their millstone, the elect elders that's pushing this word with all true sincerity. All right, the year 2025, the hope for your deliverance, the hope for your destruction. And we pray and hope that the Most High Yahweh, why Yahweh Shah, bring all these prophets to pass in the time that we're living in. Especially in these times. All right, especially in these times. All right. A beautiful time as always. Those that got the eyes to see and ears to hear. Because that we clearly at the end of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man's kingdom. And the Lord is manifesting that more so than ever in the times that we're living in. All right? Especially in these times. Okay? Because hey, just as the Lord destroyed, you know, these kingdoms, right? America is not exempt. Okay? And the Lord is showing you that. He's showing you that America is not exempt. Right? Due to the judgment that the Lord is bringing to America and to you heathens, man. Right? America's not exempt. You heathens not exempt. And 2/3 of our people is not exempt from the destruction that's coming to Babylon the Great, right? To America. Okay? Because you had over the weekend, you had a lot of judgment that went out. A lot of flooding. Okay, you had a lot of flooding out there in Texas. Right? And the Lord is, hey, he's upping the ante. He's upping the score. A lot of these people are dying. You know, the death toll is rising. And also out there in Pakistan, you had a major flood that took place, right? The Lord is knocking you heathens off, okay? And like I said again, America is not exempt from the things that the Lord is about to do on the earth, all right? Because, hey, we got the Holy Scriptures to prove what we're saying through prophecies, right? So let's start here. And I don't rock the Zod that this lesson is edifying, comforting, exhorting to you brothers, as well as you few sisters that listen and learn. Salaki. This is Romans 15 and verse 4. And it reads, For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning. That's right. The things that was written aforetime is what? Written for our learning, man. And that's why we got to always go back to the scriptures. You see? Showing you how the Lord destroyed kingdoms and how he delivered the righteous out of these wicked kingdoms. And that's how it's going to happen here in America. The Lord's going to slay he's going to slay 2/3 of his own people in the wicked, right? And you heathens, starting with you so-called white people on down to you heathen nations, right? The Lord is about to slay and cut off the wicked, right? And he's going to destroy America. And we're set to prophesy against America, according to Jeremiah 28 chapter. So it says, so whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. That's right, man. Through comfort and patience of the scriptures that we might have hope. Just as how the Lord delivered righteous men out of this wicked captivities that we're made to serve, right? The Lord's going to do the same here in America. But this is where the great deliverance is going to take place here in Babylon. And as we see that, man, we see the visitation of the outer one, right? This is Isaiah 29 and verse 6. And it reads, thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder, earthquakes, great noise, with storm and tempest, and flame of devouring fire. That's right, man. See, that's ultimately going to take this place out. Flame of devouring fire. The Lord having these nations rise up, such as these brick nations, right? These brick nations against where? These Western countries, right? America being in hand along with NATO and the EU. See, the Lord is rising up these nations to come against this great horde. You see? So it's no exemption of the destruction that America is about to receive. Only the exemption is going to come to the elect of the nation of Israel. They're going to be blessed with the mark of the Tawaf, like it says here in the book of Ezekiel. It says Ezekiel 9 and verse 4. And the Lord Yahweh said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the heads of the men that sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. That's right, man. See, we're out here sighing and crying for all the abominations that be done in the midst of where? In America, Babylon, right? Under the hands of the so-called white man, the devil that the Bible speaks of, okay? And we're supposed to be out here crying and sighing for all the things that this devil have been doing to our people, destroying the earth, right? And it says that the earth is defiled under the habitation thereof. And you clearly see how defiled this place is, right? Chemtrails all in the air, right? Water's polluted. The food is tainted. You see? This devil's seeking to destroy us, man. And you still got our people still can't see that. They still can't see that the so-called white man is your enemy, man. That he's the enemy. And he's about to come down having great wrath. Hey, we're in the time where the scriptures are speaking, right? More so than ever, right? As I like to say, the scriptures are speaking more so than ever, okay? And you got this devil, and he's showing his horns, right? You had Trump was speaking about the whole alligator Alcatraz, how he was gonna bring it forth, and guess what? Hey, he was a man of his word, and now I believe that it's open, that they actually throwing immigrants in those in that alligator Alcatraz, man. So this devil's not playing. He's not playing. He's showing you time after time, and now he's what? Targeting you Israelites, man. He's targeting you Israelites. Like I was just watching the apostles. That was going into, you know, it was a time when Esau was saying how the so-called Arab man was the terrorist, right? How they got all these sleeper cells, right? How they quick to just, you know, sacrifice themselves for their gods. And they was looking at the Arabs like they was the terrorists, but not so now. Not so now. What happened to that? Now they turn the narrative on you so-called Latinos, you Latino tribes. Because a lot of you Latino tribes are getting deported. And now, not only that, so now he's targeting you Southern tribes, starting with you Haitians, man. You see? So, hey, we're in that time where this devil's about to come down having great wrath. And only the elect of the nation of Israel is going to be spared from these times to come. Out on Ratazal, we have the elect, man. Right? As I'm reading, it says, and the others, it says, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. That's right. And that mark goes into Tawaf, which means exemption from judgment. See, the Lord is going to exempt the elect from judgment that he's about to execute on the earth. And others, he said, my hearing, go ye after through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither you have ye pity. That's right. See, the Lord is telling the angels, let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Because they, according to the scriptures, the Lord said, he's not a respective of persons. You see, he's not a respective of persons. You see, the Lord don't care if you old, young, women, children, anyone can get it with the Lord, man, if you're not right in the spirit. And we're gonna see more judgment fall upon you Americans, man, starting with his people, the so-called blacks, Latino, Native Americans. And it's going to furthermore explain. And it says, slay utterly old and young. You see that? Slay utterly old and young. Whether you're old, 70, 75, 80, whether you're young, right? A newborn baby, 4 years old, 5 years old, the Lord don't care, man. You see? You see? No one perishes being innocent. And that's why we come out here to tell our people, fear Yahweh Shema Shah, man. Fear the Lord, right? Because it's a terrible thing to fall into the hands of the living power. But you still got our people tempting the Lord, man, like he's not a man of his word. Like he's not a man of war. Right? And it says, slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children, and women, but come not neither any man upon whom is the mark. See, the Lord's going to have it where the angels going to be running rampant through America. Right? You're going to have angels that's on the right side, and you're going to have angels on the left side. Like the scripture says here. Angels. This is Psalm 78 and verse 49. And he cast upon them the fierceness of his anger, wrath, and indignation, and trouble, by sending evil angels among them. That's right. Those that don't have the mark of the walk, they're going to be in the midst of his people. Right? Slaying our people, man. Slaying the children of Israel, man. So if you don't got that mark of the walk, you ain't signing and crying. The Lord gonna have these evil angels to come visit you. But to those that got the mark, angels are also gonna visit, but they're gonna be on the right hand side, where they with us now. This is Psalm 37 and Psalm 34 and verse 7. And it reads, and the angel of the Lord Yahweh encamp about them that fear him and deliver him. You see, so it's two type of angels that's going to be out here. There's going to be angels that's going to deliver the righteous men, and it's going to be angels that destroy the wicked. You see? And we're about to see more of that judgment being brought down, man. Because, hey, this is the visitation of the Lord. And he's showing you time after time, man, that America's not exempt. Right? That's why we out here preaching the same word just as in the days of Noah. In the days of Noah was a great example. Sodom and Gomorrah. Matter of fact, the scripture speaks about that. Right? Where it says, the same word. It is in the book of Peter. I'm going to check the comment board. I can't see the comment board, but I can pull it up. Just bear with me. Yup, shalom to my brother, Yawanathan Bakar, Yahaba Shemal Shah Barakatah, and Barakathum too in your household. Aki, shalom. Right? But this same word is kept in his store. Just as our people supposed to hit his word, man. You know, it was never a time where our people don't supposed to hit a word. They're supposed to hit a word. And they're supposed to grasp it. They're supposed to grasp it, which you're supposed to continue the words that's written therein, man. And walk thereby. Right? It's never a time where the Lord said, this time you ain't got to listen to my word. You can do whatever you want to do. Nah, it never worked like that. It never was like that, man. But you see our people on this side, which is in America, Babylon, totally confused, that they actually think that they can do whatever they want to do. That they can cast his word of Yahweh Shemal Shah behind it. You see? And our people do that, not knowing that judgment is coming. Judgment day is about to be brought near to you people. This is 2 Peter 3 and verse 4. And saying, where's the promise of the coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation. That's how people think, man. Our people think that everything is going to continue to be the way they want it to be. You know, that the coming of Yahweh Shai ain't there. He's never coming. You a goddamn lie, man. See, if you understand, right, what all that getting understand, you will understand that Yahweh Shai is on the way. He's about to crack them clouds any minute, man. He's about to send nothing but destruction, death, famines, plagues, great mourning to America. And these are tall tale signs that Yahweh Shah is nearer than we believe, man. Salvation is nearer than we believe. All right? And it reads, let me brighten this up a little bit. And it reads, for they are willingly are ignorant. See, our people are willingly ignorant, man. They willingly casting his word behind them. When the Lord says you're supposed to hear a word behind you, saying this is the way, walk ye in it. You're supposed to walk ye in his word, not cast it behind you like you don't care, man. Like you have no cares in the world. But that's how Israel are. They're rebellious, they're stubborn, right? They're hard-headed, they dull of hearing, you see? But the Lord's gonna get your attention. And how he's gonna get your attention? By having you starve to death, by having you get thrown in these concentration camps that Esau is got out here popping up like a pop-up shop. You're going to start seeing more of these concentration camps pop up left and right. And I said that through the Spirit. I believe I said that last camp. Don't be surprised, man. You're going to start seeing these Walmarts, these Walgreens, these big storehouses, old manufacturing buildings being turned to concentration camps. And it says, for this, they are willingly ignorant of that by the word of the Most High, that the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water in the time of Noah. The Lord, he said that he was going to flood the earth. He was going to allow the heavens to open up, and it was going to rain for 40 days and 40 nights. And guess what? It happened. It happened. And this is evident. Information is out there that is evident. It's something called the the Pangea, right? How you look at the map of the world, it look like it's in a puzzle. Like it look like it's in a puzzle. And that's because the flood came, broke the lands apart. The Pangea, man. So this is evident that the Lord flood this place, the world with water. It's evident. You see? But this sounds like a strange thing to our people, man. It sounds like something out of a fairy tale book. But it's not. It's not, man. And the Lord is going to be known by the judgment that he execute. That he really destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, right? These captivities. And the Lord is about to judge this great whore with a great noise, with fire. It says, but the heavens and earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store to what? That's kept in store, reserved unto fire, you see? So this place right here is kept in store unto the day of judgment time, to the day the Lord had these nukes fly from one continent to the next. That's why they're called what? Intercontinental ballistic missiles, because they're able to travel from one continent to the next continent, right? Where they're going to enter, they're going to be shot from Russia, and they're going to enter into America. You see? They're going to enter into America. Ballistic missiles, hypersonic missiles. You see, all these things is about to happen in your time, man. Right? In your time. And it says, but the heavens and earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. You see that? So these people are kept in store, man. These people are on the earth just to feel the wrath of Yahweh Shemal Shah. Right? And out on Ratazal, we're on the earth to be delivered. Where we actually get to see the nuclear missiles fly, meet the Lord in the air, and look down and have a front row ticket of seeing America's burn. You know? Like it says here. It's the Psalms. And it seems like as soon as I come out here, my throat just started bothering me. That's Satan. This is Psalms 91 and verse, I want to jump up a little bit. Psalm 91 and verse 4. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings wilt thou trust. His truth shall be thou shield and buckler. That's right, man. And his truth is our shield and buckler. Well, we don't need none of these things in this world, man, but this truth to comfort us. Matter of fact, let me jump into that. What is that? First Maccabees. It says, this is First Maccabees 12 and verse 9. Therefore, we need none of these things, that we have the holy books of Scripture in our hands to comfort us, man. You see, so we don't need nothing, because we know that this world is temporary, right? This world is temporary, where it's about to pass away. The fashion of this world is about to pass away. So what? With all that getting, we're supposed to be getting understanding before the Lord have these nations rise up against his great whore and destroy it. So what? We're supposed to grasp onto this truth, hold on to this truth with dear life. Because this word, this engrafted word, is able to save our souls, man. Right? And we strongly believe that. We strongly believe that. You see, this word giving us power, giving us a sound mind, right? Giving us intel, insight of these nations. It's enlightenment. You see? So with this word, we're grasping unto it, and we're going to hold it for dear life, Lord willing. Yahweh Shema Shah Ratazah. All right? To the end. You see? So it says, Psalms 91 and verse 5. Thou shalt not be afraid for terror by night, nor for the arrow that filleth by day. That's right, man. The terror by night, nor the arrow, which is the nuclear missile that filleth by day. See, we don't supposed to be scared of these things because our hope and prayer is for salvation, be delivered, man. And we ain't looking to be destroyed. You know, brothers got a confidence that's rooted and built up in your Mashiach Yahweh Shah that I don't Ratazah, that they're of the elect, and there's nothing wrong with that, man. You having confidence, you know? Why would you think otherwise that the Lord sent you down here for nothing to destroy you? Nah, man, we got. It says we supposed to be plowing in hope. Let me grab that. We supposed to be plowing in hope, man. And if you don't got that mindset, man, then you're not in the correct spirit, man. Right? Because the scripture says that the Lord he will not forget our labor and love that we show towards his name, man. Our works, right? This is 1 Corinthians 9 and verse 10. Or said of he it altogether for our sakes, no doubt that it is written that he that plow shall plow in hope, and he that treasureth in hope shall be partakers of his hope. You see that? So we're supposed to be out here plowing in hope. Like, yeah, man, I know the Lord is with me. I hope the Lord is with me, man. You know? I hope that I receive salvation. Having that confidence rooted up in you, man. You got to be rooted. And you got to have that attitude, man. You know, that, hey, I can receive salvation. Like me and the brothers were saying, why not us, right? Why not us? Why not you? If you're doing what's pleasing to the sight of the Lord, man, you won't be having a plagued mind. You see? You're covering yourselves under the shadow of Almighty. All right? Yep. Shalom to my brother Malak Labe, Yahweh Shema Shah Barakatham to in your household. Shalom, King. Yeah, let me grab some of these brothers on the comment board. This is Zechariah 7 and verse 11. But they refuse to hearken and pull away their shoulders. That's right, man. You trying to get them to stop, and they actually pull away their shoulders like, man, get the fuck off, man. I don't want to hear that. You know? That's how Israel are. Bunch of stiff-necked, stubborn people, man. And we know that. Why? Because they got a malicious spirit. And wisdom can't dwell in a malicious soul. And it reads, but they refuse to hearken and pull away their shoulders and stop their ears, that they shall not hear, man. You know? We actually have seen brothers, right? I mean, our people, brothers out here teaching, and you had our people really, literally run from the word. Literally run, man. Take off running. Not trying to hear the word. Or they come past the camp trying to talk louder so they can try to drown out what we're saying, because they don't want to hear the word, man. See? Because why? They're a malicious spirit. They're walking corpse. Right? Because this word is supposed to make us lively stones, man. We're supposed to be quickened. Matter of fact, let me grab that. Let me finish this off. Verse 12. This word was quicken us, man. This is yep. Let me finish the verse 12. Yea, that they made their heart as Adam's stone, lest they shall hear the law and the words which the Lord Yahweh of hosts has sent it in his spirit by the form of the prophets. Therefore came a great wrath from the Lord of hosts. That's right, man. And the Lord is about to bring a great wrath. You see? He's about to bring a great wrath to our people that's dull of hearing. You see? Dull of hearing. Oh, man, where I was going? I was going somewhere. I don't want the Zod come back to me. You know? This is Proverbs 11 and verse 23. The desire of the righteous is only good, but the expectation of the wicked is wrath. That's right. And expect that. Expect that the Lord is about to bring wrath to America. Right? And if you're not right in the spirit, expect wrath to be stowed upon you, man. You think you doing all this wickedness and you got a reprobate mind to expect that the Lord's going to save you. But that's how a lot of these Christians do, man. That's how a lot of these Christians think. That's how a lot of our people in this world think. A sinner do 100 times, like it says, a sinner do 100 times, right? Where is that? Yep. This is Ecclesiastes 8 and verse 12. Though a sinner do evil 100 times, and his days be prolonged. That's how people think, man. That his days be prolonged, that they can continue to be wicked, that they're gonna continue to prosper, do the things that's not pleasing to our power, and they're gonna get away scot-free. It says, yet surely that I know that it shall be well with them that fear the Most High and fear before him. But it shall be not well with the wicked. You see, it's not gonna be well with you, man. Right? And then we've been telling our people time after time. We continue, hey, sinners get hurt. Evildoers get killed. You see? And it says, but it shall be not well with the wicked, neither shall he prolong his days, which are as a shadow, because he feared not the Most High. You see that? Because he feared not the Most High. You see? See, hey, fear not me. That's what the Lord said, fear not me. Okay, well, he's going to show you why he should be feared. Let me grab that. And that was a proposed question to I feel like, fear not me? You ain't going to be scared of me? Okay, I'll show you. All right, bet. I'm going to bring judgment on the earth. I'm going to show you why I'm going to show you why they call our power Al-Shaya. Demon-like power, right? That these nations feared our power. They know the history of our Lord. But you Israelites, man, you like to play with fire, man. You like to tempt the Lord. You like to mock the Lord, not knowing that the Lord is an austere man. He's a man of war. This is Jeremiah 5 and 22. Fear ye not me, saith the Lord Yahweh. Will ye not tremble at my presence? That's right, man. Proposed question. Fear not me. Will you not tremble at my presence? Well, the Lord's gonna have you tremble at his presence, man. Whether you people want to tremble at his presence or not, he's gonna make you, man. It says that all knees is gonna bow. You're gonna be bowing with fear, with trembling, respect. You see? The Lord's gonna get his well-deserved respect, man. You see? He's going to get his well-deserved duties, his honor, his praises. Jeremiah 5 and, where was that? Slide. Jumped on me. Yep, Jeremiah 5 and 22. Fear ye not me, saith the Lord Yahweh. Will you not tremble in my presence? Which have placed the sand for the bound of the sea by a perpetual degree that it cannot pass it, though the waves thereof toss themselves, yet cannot prevail, though they roar and yet cannot pass over it. So that's how you know that's a Jake, man. That's how you know the Most High Yahweh Shema Shah is an Israelite, a Jake. That's a Jake slang, you know. Like, man, hey, my word, the things I say, right? It's gonna be made known. You tell me that something that you can say, you say, right? And people see it, right? Say if you say, well, I can throw this ball so high it can hit a tree or something like that, right? And you do it, people can be like, okay, well, you can do that. Well, the Lord telling you, hey, I can have these waves roar, and I can set a bound where they can't even pass over. Things that man can't do, man. You know? So you ain't gonna fear that type of power? That's what he's saying. You ain't gonna fear this power? I'm telling you. This is what I can do that no other person can do. It says that no other God besides me. You see? The Lord, hey, that's why he's called the Most High, and that's the spirit. I was meditating on that. This is why he's called the Most High, man. Because he's over everything. You see? Men lie, women lie, but the Lord don't lie, man. The Lord don't get tired. The Lord don't get lazy, sleepy. He's pure fire, pure energy, man. You see? So fear not that power. You see? But the Lord, like I said, the Lord's going to get his fear, man. That's why it says, what is that? Zephaniah 1 and verse 14. It says, the great day of the Lord Yahweh is near. It is near. Hasty greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord Yahweh, that the mighty man shall cry there bitterly. You see that? So that's the Lord getting his fear, especially from you top proud ass Edomites, right? You got a lot of our people that join this devil's army. Now they're becoming more and more proud, right? Thinking that they're the strongest military. You got these Edomites, these elites, trickling on down to you peon crackers, man. They don't got shit. Jake that don't got nothing. Walking around proud as hell, these heathens. You see? But it says the mighty man is going to cry there bitterly. Let me check the comment board. Yep, shalom to my brothers. Ariyat, my big bro Ariyat. How about Shemal Shah Barakatah? Barakatham to in your household. Malak, shalom, king. And shalom to my brother Shemgar Yasharala. Hey, how about Shemal Shah Barakatah? Barakatham to in your household. Shalom, shalom, brother. Yep. This is Jeremiah 17 and 16. I'm going to jump right back. As for me, I have not hastened from being a pastor to follow thee, neither have desired the woeful day. Thou knowest that which came out of my lips was right before thee. Right? Hey, that's right. Let me read that again. It says, as for me, I will not hasten from being a pastor to follow thee. That's right, man. Right? Following out the Yahweh Shah. It said that his sheep hear his voice and they follow him. So we're not going to haste from fleeing from that, man. Doing what's pleasing unto the Lord. Following wheresoever he goes. Right? Neither have I desired the woeful day. Thou knowest that which come out of my lips was right before thee. That's right. Matthew 5 and 6. And it reads, blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled, man. That's right, man. Those that's thirst and hunger for righteousness, right? You're gonna be filled, man. You're gonna be well taken care of, right? Well, you're not gonna be worried like others, like these other people, man, having a sorrow heart. You see? But you're gonna have joy. You're gonna have confidence. You're gonna be rejoicing. You see? If your heart is good toward the Lord, man. In any way, shape, or form, you're gonna be rejoicing, man. You might be catching hell, but at the end of the day, the Lord's gonna give you that spirit. You know, if you have the elect, I don't rock this out. We have the elect, because hey, brothers catch hell, brothers go through things. Hey, just as the other day, man. You know, woke up. Hey, Satan was trying to tempt me. He sent the Jehovah Wickedness to my door. My car broke down, but I took it cheerfully, man. And the beautiful thing about it was, I had to go to the store. My reel went to the store to get the part. You know, like I said, Satan was just messing with me all day. So she go get the store, to the store and get the part. And as she came back with the part, I opened the part up and looked at the serial number, and it said 144. I couldn't do nothing but praise the Lord, man. You know, I don't rock this out saying Lord willing. But that just shows you, man, even though Satan try to apprehend you, try to get in your mind, try to mess with you, hey, the Lord always show you signs too, man. That you got continue to be strong, man. You can be of this number. Don't let this worry you down. Don't let this get to you. He still show you signs, man. That just boosted my confidence up even more, man. Here it is, I'm catching hell. You know, trying to figure things out. Right? It was all spiritual, man. Cause I couldn't get the thing. I couldn't get a particular part to get into the to fix the car. My start, I couldn't get the particular part to go on the thing. Well, with my stepson who was fixing it, he couldn't get it on there. Man, I actually went on first time ever. Went under there, put the part in right. Well, I took it out, put the new one in right. You know, and it was all through the spirit, man. I say, man, yup, that's it, man. You know, the Lord just show you that. You know, just continue to keep fighting. Continue to keep pushing. That he's with us, you know. So hey, that was spiritual, man. And hey, Barak Day, how about Shemal Shah? They call him like how about Shemal Shah, man. You know, but you got when adversity and distress come upon these people, and they gon' fall, man. they gonna faint. This is Proverbs 24 and verse 10. If thou faint in the day of adversity, thou strength small, man. That's right, man. Right? If you faint in the day of adversity, you catch a hell, man. Right? See, if I wasn't rooted and built up, I would have let that took over me. You know, I'd have been worrying, stressing out, like, damn, how I'm hustle, get my hustle on without a car. But I just let it, I've been patient, just being patient, set up some prayers. Actually, I did a video, you know, it was comforting to me, preaching the word, you know, and I let the Lord work it out. And he did, man. He worked it out beautiful. But the next day I was able to go out and, hustle, you know, do my business, you see? So, hey, all praise to Yahweh Shemal Shah. All praise to Yahweh Shemal Shah, man. And the Lord's going to show you more of that. He's going to show our people of the elect, Adon Ratazah, that he's in the midst of us, that he's with us, man. Right? That he's with us. This is back in Zechariah 1 and verse 15. The day is the day of wrath. That's right, man. The day is the day of wrath, man. And wrath is coming. The day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness. That's right, man. See, that day is coming. But this place is going to go up in smoke. You know? This place is going to go up in smoke. You see? And we're hastening for that day. We're hastening for the coming of Mashiach Yahweh Shah. But guess what? Those, as we read about the days of destruction, thick darkness, but those that's got a good heart towards the Lord, those that's hiding themselves under the shadow of Almighty, hey, you're gonna be taken care of, man. Right? As we just said, the Lord we just read in the scriptures that the Lord covers with his feathers. Right? This is Psalms 91 and verse 1. That's the spirit. Yeah. That's the spirit. I'm going back to that. That's the spirit. Psalm 91 and verse 1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadows of the Almighty. That's right, man. You see? So hey, I don't rock this out. We're going to continue to abide under the shadows of the Almighty. Right? Continue to make our call and election sure. Right? Letting the Lord be our buckler and our shield. And I will say of the Lord Yahweh, he is my refuge and my fortress, my power. In him will I trust. Surely he shall deliver you from the snare of the fowler and the noise of the noisome pestilence. You see that, man? That's the spirit. You see? And I was just saying how the Lord said the day of wrath is coming. But he's telling us how he's going to deliver, all right, the elect out of the snares of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence, which is the nuclear missile. The snares of the fowler talking about so-called white man, Esau Edom, man. Which he's setting snares and traps for our people to fall in like crazy out here, man. But the Lord's going to deliver us from that, man. Which he's doing now. Having us stayed in on his word, right? Getting stronger and stronger. Where we're no more being deceived as children tossed to and fro, seeking out every winning doctrine. Listen to every smooth word that this devil public promotes, man. Nah, man, we're not blinded by the God of this world anymore. You see? So this is a beautiful sign, man. You know, brothers got the spiritual ears and eyes to see. Sisters got the spiritual eyes and ears to see, man. Count yourself blessed, man. Count yourself blessed. Verse 4. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings thou shalt trust. His truth shall be a shield and buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor of the arrow that flew by day. But it says, nor the pestilence that walk in darkness, for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 1,000 shall fall at the side, and 10,000 at his right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. You see that? But it shall not come nigh to thee, man. But it shall not come nigh to thee. What is that? The destruction, man. Because here it is. You've been covering yourself up with the arm of the Lord under the shadow of the Almighty. Hey, it says that the prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the wicked all right, passeth on and are punished, roughly paraphrasing. You see? So we're hiding ourselves as we see the destruction coming. Hey, because we got the scriptures to comfort us, and for everything was written for our foretime, the Lord destroy unrighteous kingdoms. And America's not exempt once again, man. But this is the unrighteous kingdom, which meant to be destroyed. You see? And it says, only with our eyes shall behold and see the reward of the wicked. That's right. I don't rock the Zah, man. As I was saying, hey, us meeting the Lord in the air, getting front row seats to the destruction of America. Lord willing. You see? And that time is coming. We'll check the comment board. That time is coming and it's drawing nigh. Right? Whether you believe it or you don't, man, it's coming. Yep, so back in Zephaniah 1 and verse 16, it says the day of the trumpet, an alarm against the fenced city and against the high towers, which is America, man. Right? The fenced cities. That's why Trump talking about the Iron Dome, you know, which is America. The missiles gonna eat through this defense system. You see, so there's no escaping the judgment and the wrath of Yahweh and his son Yahweh Shah. You're gonna have to get this work, you devils. And it reads, and I will bring distress upon men that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord Yahweh, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as dung. You see that? Well, these people's blood is gonna be poured out as dust, man. Hey, the Lord is not playing. More judgment is gonna increase. The Lord is gonna put more numbers on the scoreboard, just as he's been doing. Right? More death tolls are gonna rise, man. And it says, neither the silver nor the gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's Yahweh's wrath, man. That's right. Nothing you're gonna be able to pay these nations off from destroying America. No type of peace deals, right? No type of ceasefires. None of that, man. It's gonna be able to get the Lord off your ass, you devils. And it says, deliver them in the day of Yahweh's wrath, but the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy. And he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land, man. That's right, man. The Lord is about to make a speedy riddance to this goddamn place, America, man. Rightfully so. And we can't wait till that day comes. The Lord make a speedy riddance to all this wickedness that's promoted, all you wicked individuals that run around this place. We can't wait till that day of destruction come, man. You see? And we at the doorstep, where it's just only going to increase. You know, we're in slap dab in the middle of the summer, right? And we're going to see more of the judgment of Yahweh Shah be performed here on you lambs and you goats, man. A sacrifice is coming, like it says in the scriptures. A great sacrifice, right? A great sacrifice. And we're going to see that the Lord slaughtering millions and millions of people, all right? So, hey, beautiful times, man. Beautiful times. As a matter of fact, I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to grab that one. And I'm going to wrap it up. Our sacrifice is coming in Basra. And a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. Hear that, Esau? A great slaughter. This is Isaiah 34 and verse 5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come upon Edom. No, it's Salaki. Hey, that's the spirit. It shall come upon Idumea, which is a Greek way of saying Edom. Right? It's going this sword that the Lord is going to have bathed in heaven is going to fall upon you Idumeans. Right? Mainly where you're ruling at, which is here in America. And upon the people of my curse to judgment. Why, man? I don't understand it, man. A lot of you Israelites like to have them loud ass cars, man. They don't even be going nowhere, man. That shit is irritating. That shit is vexing. It says the sword of the Lord Yahweh is filled with blood. It is made with fat, with the fatness and the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of kidneys of rams. For the Lord Yahweh have a sacrifice in Basra and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea, which is America, man. See how great this place is about to be turned to a slaughterhouse, man. The great sacrifice that the Lord is about to bring upon you people, and you people are ready. You ready to be taken, man. You waning, you passing out, you're lifeless. You're in that EKKO spirit. You know, you just totally juiced out. So you're ready to be slaughtered. You're ready to be taken out of your misery. And guess what? The Lord's going to be the one that take you out of your misery. You see? So there you have it, man. There you have it. Beautiful time to be alive, man. Beautiful time to be alive in the spirit. And power Yahweh Shema Shah. Okay? The Lord have not given us the spirit of fear, but a power, love, and a sound mind, man. And I don't rock desire that spirit increase upon brothers and sisters, man. The household of faith, right? So with that, brothers and sisters, I pray that not only this lesson was edifying, but comforting and exhorting to you brothers, well as you few sisters that listen and learning. With that, I want to give all praise and glory to my power, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Wahab, Rakapadash. And hey, honors be to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, the elect elders, that's pushing his word with all true sincerity. To you, I say, Shalom and a Bible ball. Shalom, brothers and sisters. Shalom, shalom. Beautiful.